Okay, today we are going to be multiplying. We're going to start with a binomial times a binomial. Here's the idea in a nutshell. So first off, you know it's multiplication because there's no symbol in it between it. So parentheses means multiplication as long as there's nothing in between. So no minus sign, no plus sign. We know this is multiplication. Here's how it works. So in general, the big idea is you're going to take everything in here and multiply it to everything in here. Here's how we tend to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at that first binomial, and I'm just going to ignore the 2 for right now. Okay? Just going to ignore it. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take this x, and I'm going to multiply it to both terms. So x times x is x squared. Remember, we add the exponents. Then I'm going to take this x and multiply it to the 5. X times 5 is 5x. I'm done with the x. I have multiplied it to both terms. So now I'm going to cross off the x because it's done. It's no longer needed. And I'm going to uncross off the 2, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take that 2 and multiply it to both terms. So 2 times x is positive 2x. You need to put that either that positive or that negative. And then 2 times 5 is 10. The last thing we are going to do, now we're going to go back to what we've been doing with addition or subtraction. If there's any like terms that we can combine, we're going to do so. So we're going to notice that 5x and 2x are like terms. So we have our x squared. We have 5x's and 2x's, which is 7x's. And then finally, we have 10. In regards to letter A, do you have any questions? Why don't we try B? See how you do. In regards to B more time? Okay, let's see what we got. So again, with that first y plus 4, I'm going to ignore the 4, and I'm just going to take the y and multiply it to both. Y times y is y squared. Y times 1 is y. I'm done with the y, so I'm going to cross it off, and I'm going to move on to the 4. I'm going to multiply the 4 to both. 4 times y, 4y. Don't forget to put the plus. 4 times 1, 4. The last thing we do, if there's any like terms, which there may not be, there doesn't have to be, there are in this case. So we get y squared, then we have 1y plus 4y, which is 5y's, and 4. In regards to letter B, do you have any questions? Why don't you do C? Okay, let's see what we got. So again, I'm going to take that 2x, multiply it to both terms. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 5 is 10x. I'm finished with the 2x. I'm going to move on to the negative 3. Make sure it's negative 3, right? Because that's a minus 3. So negative 3 times x is negative, is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Any questions on that?